the SSP Spelling Piano app. Let's go to the monsters. So here are the speech sound monsters. Here's monster A. So monster A just says the sound A. Here is one of the pictures of the sound A. That means when we say the sound A, here's one of the pictures, A. And it's called an A. It's the letter A. So the letter A is one of the pictures for the speech sound A. There's monster A and all the pictures for the speech sound A. This is the one that we're going to look at in the green code level. A. There's the sound pic. There's the speech sound monster. But that letter A is only a picture for A in certain words, not in all words. In these words, it's a picture for A, and we can practice blending those sounds together. At, sat, it, sit, ap, nap, ip, nip. So we can practice blending, knowing that in the screen code level, that is a picture, a sound pic for A. On its own, it's just the letter A. It doesn't mean anything until it's in a word. Now let's say I'm in the beginning stages of learning to read and I can't remember what those squiggles are. If the speech sound monsters are embedded on these letters, I can figure it out. Let's put the right speech sound monsters on the letters. A, t. So the monsters here, the embedded monsters, speech sound monsters, show us here this A is a picture for the sound A, this N is a picture for N, and this T is the picture for T. Ant, ant. That's great. So this is a picture for A in the word ant. The speech sound monster, which is just a phonetic symbol for kids, that's what we'd also call a sound pictograph. So it's not a picture to get children to think of an association like an apple might be there, so the child thinks of a apple or a ant. This monster just represents the sound A. So really, it's a speech sound pictograph. And it makes it a lot easier when the children think of these as the sounds, not having to link it with a letter, because look what happens. When I'm going to have a word like any, oh look at this, I saw those two letters a minute ago. But now this is not a picture for A. Now it's a picture for E. Phonetic symbols. E.
E, any.
And because the children don't have to look at that, they don't look at that monster and think of a letter like an E, which they would do if they saw an elephant and they looked at the elephant and then they looked at it on this letter, they would think, hold on, I want there to be an apple there. No, because in this word, this is a sound picture. It's a picture of the sound E. And here is the speech sound pictograph, an alternative to a phonetic symbol which just maps, it just represents the speech sound. So any.
E.
Any.
Any. Any.
Ant. Ant. Now, although you might think in the beginning stages, well, let's give the children just a picture for an apple or an ant or something to put on there to prompt them to think of A. But what you're really doing is saying, I want you to think of this A as a representation for A. And you don't really make it clear that it might be in the beginning stages, but often it's not going to be. That letter A could actually be representing about 8 different speech sound monsters, phonetic symbols, speech sound pictographs.
Sid. What? Oh, was. E. Eddie. Eaten up. Enough.
So right from the very beginning, they are aware that the speech sounds are really important, but what they map with is just as important, and it's going to change depending on the word. So here we've got
W, O, Z.
W, O, Z, was. A word that we're going to come across quite a lot. W, O, Z, was. Look at this S. So in a lot of the words in the green code level, that S was a picture for S. In this word it isn't, but it's easy to understand because the children think, oh, well in this word, that's just a picture for Z.
W, O, Z.
Was. Now, although the phonetic symbols are there when you click on the monsters, that's because of teacher training. I want the teachers to understand the phonetic symbols as early as possible. In reality, the children actually get pretty good at recognising the phonetic symbols as well. And that helps them with their checking their spelling very early on, even when they're 4 and 5 years old. When they're learning their high frequency words, there might be a lot of words where those letters don't represent the sounds that they've been told they represent in basic phonics. But it doesn't matter with the Speech Sound Pics approach because they can just follow the monster sounds to say the words, even if they've never seen it before, even if they've never seen that phoneme map before, even if they're on their own. Or, were, A's, always. Because in phase 1, we're really making sure they've got that great phonemic awareness. So they just follow the monster sounds to say the word. Can't remember the monsters? The children do, they learn them in a couple of weeks. But our adults who can't remember the monsters, let's check.
O, O.
We saw that a minute ago.
W, A, Z.
Always. Or were, A's, always.
Shower.
What are these?
Duck level 2.
No way. Show me. Can you read them?
Duck level 2. 1 word.
Show me duck level 2 words.
Hair.
Well done.
I can read more.
Okay, let me see.
See.
Oh, I didn't even mean to do that.
But
Oh, I said let me see.
also.
Good girl. Good reading, Maya. Oh, pardon in there.
Many.
Good girl. Great reading.
I can read more.
Can you?
With.
Yep. What is with?
With.
You were right the first time.
I say.
I.
I. Said.
You didn't even need to follow the sounds.
I
You
can
just
read
said it.
more.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Let me see. What's next?
D, E. Look at the D.
I can see him. Oh, yeah, I think maybe some water spilt on it. But you still knew it was a D.
D.
Mm-hmm.
Us.
Let me introduce you to Lara.
My name is Lara, and I like dancing and singing and scooting on my scooter and riding on my bike and singing and dancing and doing lots of things and playing. What do you do? What do you call a or how do you call a dinosaur?
What do you call
What do you call a dinosaur? What? The Speech Sound Pictographs didn't get that monster they are.
Oh dear. What does that word say?
Fat.
Good girl. What do you call a dinosaur that
It is sleep.
sleeping? What do you call a dinosaur that is sleeping?
Can I say one more time?
Yeah.
A dinosaur. Oh, I don't know it's not. That's funny, Miss Emma. Naughty frog.
Naughty frog.
Foggy, foggy, fog.
Okay, keep reading.
That monster Z seems to have a couple of options. Let's have a look. Z. Oh, so we're going to have a look at these in our explicit phonics in the yellow code level, but here are the others. So when we look at it here, it's not a shock, and we can also check it. Check it with the spelling cloud keyring that they can take everywhere, or the mat, a plastic mat that they can write on and rub off. Z. Or they could use the speech sound wall with the spelling clouds. Z. Z. So really quickly, we know that's a picture for Z and that's a picture for Z. There's monster Z, and monster Z helps us because monster Z is a speech sound pictograph, a phonetic symbol for kids. So no words are an issue. Sh or d, should. Should. Show them that word, and after only 1 or 2 exposures to this, they recognise that and are spelling it correctly because they're seeing the word as made up of sound pics. Sh or d, should, because the speech sound monsters have helped them, the phonetic symbols for kids that are the speech sound pictographs. Sh or d, should. 400 plus high frequency words with these embedded speech sound pic, speech sound pictograph mnemonics. Now at home they can use the SSP Monster Mapping app. They've got the 100 lessons, learn to read and spell in 100 lessons. start off with, lesson 1. The first 30 or so lessons is me and some of the I Can Read Without You kids teaching children how to listen for the sounds, how to isolate, segment and blend. When we come up to phase 2, that's when we're really thinking about the phoneme to grapheme mapping. There are messages for grown-ups, but basically the children just follow the lessons with the adults guiding them if they need to. We're going through the 4 code levels: green, purple, yellow and blue, practicing recognizing those graphemes. The graphemes don't represent anything unless they're in the word, so we're showing them, like here, that OU represents ow in some words, oo in some words, in some words. So we're practicing blending, reading sentences, just using the sound pics and the graphemes that they've been learning. They're practicing using lots of decodable texts. But as we move through, we're also start introducing some texts that are not the decodable reader text, because we're getting them ready to understand different types of texts, but still scaffolded, still code mapped, still monster mapped. So where every step of the way we're kind of holding their hands as they move through the reading and spelling development continuum.
Follow the monster sounds to say the word.
A little. A little man. In. Big. At. A little man in a big hat.
Well done. Great reading. And this.
And little.
Good job. Oh, and what does this say at the top? Do you know?
Yeah.
What?
Big and little.
Oh. I can't really high five. There we go. Let's turn the page and find out what is big and little. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. How about we put the pen down, the pencil? Okay, let's read this.
Big dog, big dog. What does it say?
Oh, yeah, but can we read the words? Or are you just reading them too quick? Okay.
Big dog.
Oh, what's this say first? Oh, good job.
Big dog.
Dog. A big dog. Now let's read it in a reading voice.
A big dog.
What's this one say?
A big dog.
Good job. Oh.
And
That's right.
it.
Oh.
Little. Big and little.
Good job.
Big and little. Big and little. Big and little. Is big. Big dog. A big dog. A big dog. A big cat. A little cat.
Hang on a minute, sweetie. You need to read both bits. There you go.
A big cat. big cat. It's a little cat. A big cat. A little cat. A big cat. A little cat. A big. Big. A big dog. A big dog. A and it's a little cat. A big good. A big dog and a big, and a little cat. Little kitty. Oh, no, like that.
Can you read that, please?
Yeah.
Starting up here.
A big dog and a little cat. A big dog and a big, and a little cat. A big man. A big man. A big man. A big man. A little man. A big hat. A little man and a big.
Can you read the monsters for this one?
Big.
Starting here.
Little man, a little man, a big, a big hat, a little man,
Uh-oh. So they can learn the high frequency words, whether it's Oxford, Fry, Dolch, or Are Monstered. They've got their core phonics going through the 4 code levels. Started adding the Speedy 6 spelling. Their core ebooks so they can practice. So when they've done a lesson, let's say they've done lesson, checks at every stage, checking how they're getting on. So they've got, so they can read the books. Children even help me to illustrate the books. Stan gets dressed. So these are the focus ones because we're practicing the skills and concepts from their purple code level. Oh, look at this. So in this one, it isn't an is it? It isn't the that we have in the purple code level, like in duck. Look, there's monster Here it's saying no, in this word, This is p, ut, put. Doesn't that speech sound monster help? That's speech sound pictograph. Stan put pants on. And look, James has illustrated Stan putting his pants on. Stan put slacks on. And then we talk in the video about the fact that slacks is a different word for trousers in some countries. You might even call them pants. Pants in some countries might be underwear. Oh, look, there's that Z again. So use the Monster Mapping app and also use the Spelling Piano app to practice. So let's play. Let's practice. Let's have a look at that purple code level. So we can either do
D, E, O.
Oh, what do I need to choose? What do I need to choose?
D, E, O. Drill. D, E, O. Drill. Drill.
Or I could choose the monsters and just spell using the speech sound pictographs.
D, A, K.
Oh, duck. So let's practice these monsters.
D, A, K. Duck. 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 Duck.
So much to help the children become independent really quickly. So explore the SSP Spelling Piano app. But remember, anytime you can go back and use the monsters just here to learn them. I'm going to spell my name. Ooh.
E, S,
Miss.
A.
Now, am I going to say or I think it's the schwa. Emma, Miss Emma. And we talk about the schwa and the blue cow quite a lot, even when they're 3, 4, 5 years old.